It's been a while since I've done a battle royale, so I think it's about time that we do so. And we have two contenders today. In your left corner, we have Creed Silver Mountain Water. And in your right corner, we have Club de Nuit Sillage from Armaf, the shiniest frickin' bottle in the universe. Which one is the better juice? Which one is the better buy? And which one do I recommend you picking up? Well, stay tuned to find out. Cue that intro. What's going on, my beautiful fragrance family? I hope each and every one of you are doing frickin' fantastic today, and welcome back to My2Scents. My name is Brian, and this is the channel all about helping boost your confidence through the art of fragrance, and helping you become a lasting scent memory. So Armaf, the brand that has got it out for the House of Creed. I mean, they have done so many different types of dupes of all different types of Creed fragrances. I mean, you have Nuit, that is, green Irish tweed. I think they also have done a couple Silver Mountain Water clones or dupes in their lifetime. Of course, we know the infamous Club de Nuit Intense for Man, which is, well, yeah, that's the clone of the king of fragrance, the pineapple monster, Creed Invictus. But I've had quite a few of my subscribers ask me if I would do a comparison video, if I would do a battle royale, letting them know and letting you know which of these is the better buy. Some say that Club de Nuit Sillage is a spot-on dupe of the original Silver Mountain Water. Well, unfortunately, I no longer have my original batch of Silver Mountain Water. Nope, I sold it for a pretty penny. Before we get into this battle royale, let me know what your thoughts are, because I'm curious. What do you think of Club de Nuit Sillage? What do you think of clones? And what do you think about all the reformulations that, Creed's been putting out as of late? Their fragrances really aren't what they used to be. You know what to do. Drop me a comment down below, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the ring in today's Whiffs and Sniffs. Let's get ready to rumble! Yeah, that's all I got. All right, Creed Silver Mountain Water is where we're going to start. This is a 2020 batch, and I'll go ahead and spray one little spray of this because I'll tell you why here shortly. I don't want to waste too much. I'll leave the notes up here for you, and let's get to whiffing and sniffing. So, okay, one little spray. This opens up with a really nice cooling citrus and a bunch of it. So you're going to get that mandarin. You're also going to get that nice green tea note. And that's where that inkiness comes in, that almost metallic quality, the nice cooling and refreshing glacier spring feel. And Silver Mountain Water kind of reminds me of this. If you've ever been to a hot spring, it kind of takes me back to this time that I was visiting Steamboat, Colorado. When you go to the hot springs, and there's snow all around you. It's freaking freezing out. But you take off your clothes, you get in your skivvies, and you get into the hot spring. Well, the smell of the cold air mixing in with that hot, hot moisture coming off of that hot spring kind of smells and reminds me of this. It smells like glacier water. It's nice and cooling. So you're getting that really nice mandarin orange, okay? So you get that citrus. And you're getting some green aspects from that citrus as well. But you're also getting a little bit of a nice balsamic sweetness coming from black currant. And that black currant mixed in with that green tea is really what's creating this interesting, kind of inky quality. Almost metallic. It's a little sharp. And when I say a little, I mean actually it's pretty sharp. It's one reason that I don't really enjoy wearing it as much as I used to. I wore it for a while, and every time that I wore it, I fell out of love with it. And I'm not saying it's a bad fragrance for those of you who actually love this fragrance. I do think it is a very masterfully put together fragrance. I get a lot of musks, all right? You get some petitgrain, you get some nice sandalwood in the full dry down. But here's the thing, this 2020 batch, okay? So this is, a couple years old. I thought this was a 2018 or 2019, but I stand corrected. This Silver Mountain Water is like it's on fast forward. You go from, the opening into the dry down like that. It doesn't take long at all. You don't get to enjoy all the qualities like you used to and all the different transitions like you used to from the original batch. And I don't know the actual original batch because I didn't have a 1993 batch. Mine was 10 years later, but it's still a good batch. And I got a good, 7 to 8 hours of longevity. This 2020 batch, I get about 2.5 hours of longevity. There are some really nice green characteristics. It's very refreshing. It's, like I said, it's very cooling. It smells like glacier water. It smells very chill. And through, it's a really good fragrance. But that brings us to this shiny beast. I mean, golly, dude, this thing is so freaking reflective. I mean, I can't even get a good shot of it. But Club de Nuit Sillage. This was released, I think, I want to say 2019, maybe 2020. Club de Nuit Sillage, they say, smells just like the original batch. Like they nailed it. I'm going to leave the notes up here for you. I'm going to get a little tester strip and let's get to whiffing and sniffing. Now this one I don't mind spraying a couple sprays. Now I have been wearing these quite diligently and been testing these out quite diligently over the last few weeks. And the reason being is this is the third time I filmed this. The first time I filmed it, it was a great recording, and unfortunately I accidentally deleted the footage. The second time I recorded it, and my iPhone 13 corrupted the video, so I couldn't use it. So now, hopefully this one works, because if not, I ain't doing this again. Okay, so Sillage. If you can see the notes are quite different, but here's what I get, and here's what I have to say about notes. Just because those notes say that's what's in here does not mean that's what's in here. That is just a perfumer's way of trying to convince you and trying to tell you, hey, this is what I want you to smell. This isn't what I smell. Now, I do smell a nice citrus up top. I do still get some nice mandarin, some bergamot. I almost get like a salinity to it, like an ambergris. And unlike Silver Mountain Water, I don't get as much of that. Well, at least from this batch. But you still get that really nice refreshing and cooling aspect from up top. You also get that nice balsamic sweetness mixed in with that green tea. Because if I, quote me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the note said that there's green tea in this, but there's definitely green tea in this. It's inky. And you still have that refreshing metallic inkiness. You get that glacial vibe to it. It's very refreshing, very cooling. It's very green. Sitting in that background, you're getting a lot of like greenness, like galbanum, petitgrain, and you still get a heavy dose of musks. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. They nailed this one. Armaf fragrances, whenever they dupe a fragrance, they can't get the opening right. They never get the opening right. With Club de Nuit Intense Man, it smells like lemon cleaner, all right? It smells like Pine Sol lemon cleaner. Milestone is a little sharp up top. It's a little, almost like hairspray, a little medicinal. This one does have a bit of a medicinal quality, but man, it only lasts for 10 seconds, if that, and it's gone. It's poof, nowhere to be found. I mean, it is gone. And then it goes into what I remember, Silver Mountain Water, the original formulations, one of the original formulations being. This thing is a stud, all right? Because how this is on fast forward, this is in slow motion. Because you get great longevity out of this. Well, at least I do. I mean, this thing lasts for 8, 9, 10 hours on my skin, and the opening lasts for fricking ever. The heart, when it rolls into the heart, that lasts for another couple hours, and then you get into that creamy, almost powdery sandalwood dry down with the heavy musks and the nice greenness sitting on top of it. This thing is a banger, dude. You get all the original transitions from the original Silver Mountain Water. It's inky, it's cooling, it's refreshing, it's green, it's citrusy, it's musky, and dries down with a nice creamy woodiness. I think Armaf nailed it. Frickin' finally. Now, if they could just work on their bottles, that would be great, because their bottles are frickin' ugly as all get out. I can't stand their bottles, but their bottles, especially this, these Club de Nuit bottles, they also can be used as a weapon. Instead of, walking around with mace in your pocket, you could walk around with a frickin' brick of fragrance and knock somebody the hell out. But they did it. They absolutely did it. Now, which fragrance do I think is the better juice? Which do I think is the better buy? And which one do I recommend? Well, typically I would say, balls in your court. It's completely up to you. You test both of them out and see which one works best for you. Well, let me put it this way, all right? Even discounted, I would say these range from anywhere from like $185 to $300, and that's discounted. Full retail, you're looking at 400 plus for a 100 ml, and who knows when the prices are going to go up again. When I started buying Creed fragrances, they were a lot cheaper, still expensive, but way cheaper than they are now. And the more they go up, Armaf's like, you know what, we can do it, and hell, we might be able to do it better. Our bottles suck, but our juice, it keeps getting better. I think we can do this, guys. And they did. Armaf Sillage, in my opinion, is the better juice. And the only reason being is because they smell so stinking similar. And this one lasts way longer. You get that familiar DNA from the original at like $40 for 105 ml compared to 100 ml retail for over $400. And this does not last. It just doesn't. And I don't think it's just my skin because everybody's saying it. Now, the reason I only wanted to spray one spray of this is I'm selling my entire Creed collection, except one or two. And Silver Mount water, it's gotta go. So if anybody is interested in any Creed fragrances or any fragrances at that you've seen me possibly do reviews of, or you've seen sitting up on my shelf, they might be on my Macari. I'm doing a big declutter, man. I've got to make some rooms for 2022. I got to get more frags. Ooh, got to catch them all. Anyways, Creed Silver Mount Water, it is a great fragrance. Absolutely is. Armaf Sillage, it's better. Just straight up. I'm not trying to discredit Creed, because I think Creed has made very amazing fragrances for a very long time. I'm in the middle of reading, the Ghost Perfumer, so I'm reading up a lot on the House of Creed and a few things that could honestly discredit their perfuming. Just saying. But I also think the better buy, and what I would recommend you buying, is Club de Nuit Sillage. I just think it's a better fragrance. It takes you back to what the original Silver Mountain was, and without having to pay $500-600 for an original batch. But for me, the winner of today's battle, by knockout, is Club de Nuit Sillage. KO! You can usually find Club de Nuit Sillage at fragrancebuy.ca for under $40. But here's the thing, if you're looking for it, if you find it, get it. And the only reason I say that is because once it's up, it pretty much just goes away. All right, it doesn't stick around for very long. For all you out there who love Silver Mountain water, I totally understand that. I'm not trying to say that it sucks, because it doesn't. It's a great smelling fragrance. It's just a little lackluster for me. It's a little, it's not what it used to be. And that's for pretty much all the Creeds that are coming out these days. I haven't tried Creed Viking Cologne, and doubt I ever will. Performance for me isn't necessarily a thing, but if I have a fragrance that I know used to perform, and now all of a sudden it's like, Jimmy touching a girl for the very first time, yeah, that sucks. It does kind of break your heart a little bit, but hey, that's okay, because you can find something new to add to your arsenal. But that's it, guys. Let me know which one you think is the winner of today's battle, because honestly, the choice really is up to you. So let me know, which one would you choose? But that's it for me today, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. If you enjoyed today's content, then do me a favor and like, comment, share, and subscribe. And always remember, you are stinking beautiful. And until next time, happy scent trails.